came to with the White House, you know, I got 98% of what I wanted. I'm pretty happy.
Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Peter Welch of Vermont. Congressman Welch voted no on the debt ceiling deal that passed the House last night. Congressman Welch, thanks very much for your time today. It's nice to have you here.
Good to be here.
Why did you vote no on this deal?
This is a job-killing budget deal. It's plain and simple. There's two problems with it. One is policy, and one is politics. On a policy level, what we've done is absolutely gone into contraction. I mean, this is all cuts. It's no revenues. So the capacity to build jobs, to get our economy moving, is limited very dramatically by this agreement. Secondly, on the politics, we've crossed a Rubicon. We've given a tool never before used in this country to a willful minority in the Senate or a willful majority in the House to hold hostage our full faith and credit, our AAA bond rating. That's very dangerous. Mr. McConnell has already indicated he's going to use it again in 2013.
What's the way back across that Rubicon, as it were? What's the way to take this, I guess, this tactic, this sort of brinksmanship, off the table? Do you think that between now and when this comes up again in 2013, Democrats should take steps to avoid this type of standoff again?
Well, we have to. We made a big mistake, Rachel, in December. That's when the Bush tax cuts expired. And the president wanted to extend them for the middle class. We supported that. But what Mr. McConnell did successfully was hold a ransom, that the only way he'd do that is if we gave the tax cuts to the wealthy. That was $800 billion added to the deficit. And incidentally, we failed at that time, this is political malpractice on our part, to get a debt limit extension in order to accommodate that demand that the Republicans made. We've got to get a little tougher here, a little more practical, and realize the implications of our actions. Second, what we have to do is double down on building jobs. What you're seeing as a result of this debt ceiling agreement really is not focus on the interest rates, but focus on how this is contracting the economy. And the markets, as you have indicated, greeted this with about 700-point reduction in the last week. So the markets are figuring out that a slow economy is probably going to make it tougher for us to pay back our debt. The Democrats have to concentrate constantly, repetitively, insistently on jobs. Jobs that we can create by rebuilding our infrastructure. It's a disgrace what's going on with our roads and bridges. Building and employing broadband, having an energy policy that takes advantage of the opportunities to moving to a clean post-carbon energy economy. These are things, and we have to rebuild in our cities and towns our sewer and water systems. These are things that will put people to work. They're visible in the community. They have a lifetime, a generational return. These are all things that we can do. You know, we have to step back as a country and as a party and say, if we have confidence in ourselves and in our future, we're going to invest in our future, and we're going to do what it takes to put America back to work. We are about the American dream. We have work to do.
That type of spending that you were describing on infrastructure, those types of investments, even investments in clean energy, those types of jobs initiatives, investments, are not the type of spending plans, not the type of initiatives that Republicans tend to demagogue. Those are things on which you will sometimes get Republicans saying that they agree with your sentiments there. Does that mean that it is possible to pass something in Washington right now, both through the House and the Senate, that would increase our investment, increase spending on the types of infrastructure programs you were just describing?
Well, basically what we saw today was the ideology of the Tea Party prevailing, and their ideology is very simple. Lower taxes for everybody, particularly the so-called job creators, lower spending, and that will build a stronger economy. I mean, that's the Herbert Hoover philosophy, and it didn't work so well last time it was tried. The Democrats, I think, have to be more assertive, more self-confident, and there are some Republicans who come from communities where they have infrastructure issues, and they know that their public supports that kind of spending. Now, we put some handcuffs on ourselves with this budget agreement, but I think that's where the Democrats, and when we can reach out to Republicans, that's where we've got to concentrate. Americans they will support spending when they know it's about investing in the future, when generations are going to be benefiting it. And really, it's a matter of a restoration of our own confidence and our ability to move ahead, that the investments that we do make a difference, that they'll be beneficial not just to us, but to our kids. We're neglecting that, and we've got to bring that fight back to rebuilding America.
Democratic Congressman Peter Welch of Vermont, thanks very much for your time tonight, sir. Appreciate the chance to talk with you about this.
Thank you.
For reasons I cannot totally explain, one of the things I do well and often is that I can find dark linings to otherwise silver clouds. Tonight, a departure, a reversal. There may, in fact, be a silver lining to our